Welcome to Jams.
I'm Jabria.
And I'm Spring.
And we are Two Short Girls with Tall Girl Energy.
What's up, Jammers? We are back with another video. Yes, sir.
And before we get started, we're going to do random 3 with TSG. And that's where we answer 3 random questions.
Take
it real good. All right. We asked 2 questions.
Okay.
All right. Why are you laughing? Okay.
Are you ready?
Yeah. I'm scared. Okay.
Have you ever stole something?
It's a 2-parter. Because it's like yes and no. So, okay. It's like easy. I can discriminate. Because I could be like, yes, but there's like a background behind it.
Okay.
Like, okay, so.
It's a yes or no question.
Maybe. I say maybe.
No, it's a yes or no question.
No, I have bought a donut from the store. You know how you get a donut at the back of like Fiesta? That's a grocery store in
everywhere.
Well, I think everybody got a Fiesta. So you can eat it before you get to the front. Like, kind of you go to Walmart and get little things, you eat it. Like, I eat from the front. So I got it. I was like, I'm paying for it when I get to the front. I ate it, walked around the stove, but walked out the stove. I was like, what is this bag? Right. So in that situation, I did steal. But then another situation, it was his house. I took quarters. My mom had quarters. I took quarters.
Wait a minute.
So have you ever stolen?
Yes, knowingly. Yes. That is all I'm saying.
Right. Like the mama quarter. She had the little cup. Mm-hmm. Baby, I'll be upset when ain't no coins in that cup. Probably because I stole all of them.
Oh Lord.
This question is. Okay. What, when, or who was the best kiss you ever had? She left it back. Ah! I'm gonna do the.
Oh no.
What was the best you ever had? When?
What?
So what was the best kiss you ever had?
Who? So you don't have to say.
You can say anyone that got either the what, the when, or the who. The win sucks because
everybody knows.
But they might not. They'll know if they.
That's stressful. That's stressful. I say mine was. I do win. It was this year.
This year?
This year.
Okay. I don't want to do all that. Mine was trying to win. I'm gonna do who. Not I'm sorry.
You can spice me over here.
It was definitely last year. They was the best one. The best one.
All right. Wait. Okay. Would you rather date someone for the rest of your life or marry but it doesn't last?
Ooh. Because technically you can date someone for the rest of your life but you're not married. Or marry somebody but it don't last.
It don't last like we don't work, or it don't last like they die.
It don't last. I was thinking more of like it don't
like y'all, it don't work.
It don't work out. But I mean, it just don't. You won't be married for a long time. So however you want to take it.
I think I'd rather.
I know it, but then like the thought of you, like
I was like, no.
I honestly feel like the suckest part is I would love to experience marriage.
Yeah.
And while dating someone for the rest of your life is kind of like marriage, it isn't like that major commitment step. It's not. You're not making like, yes, you're together for a long time, and yes, y'all are saying like we're gonna be together for a long time, but it's not that
legally bound.
Yeah, it's not like just y'all decide to make that legit commitment to each other.
Mm-hmm.
While marriage you do. And so I would love that. I would hate to have to marry and don't last long. Like, we just don't work out. Like, that would suck. Because at least for dating, you know, it's the length of time that you want. But I'm gonna go with marriage only because of like how important because of how important marriage is and like what it means to me. I would rather be married and do it the right way.
Mm-hmm.
And then if it just doesn't end or if they pass away or whatever, at least I don't regret that.
Right. You got to experience it.
Right. I experienced marriage and I know I did it right in the Lord's eyes.
Yeah. That part. So if you're listening, dating for the rest of my life is not dating. Okay. I definitely do want to get married because there's always a chance. That's a real question. There's always a chance that it's not going to work.
Right.
So,
and that was round 3 with TSG.
You guys, we are actually continuing since it's September. And our last topic is body image.
Yes.
So
that lovely topic. So before we get started on this topic, we have something special that we want to show you. So here you go. All right.
I spray.
Hey,
I am the mirror.
Okay. What do you see when you look in the mirror?
See a beautiful black girl with tons of insecurity.
What else?
See curves. I don't got a big chest no more. What else? Scars. Big feet. They ain't on camera, but big feet. Melanated skin, stretch marks.
Come on, Melody.
Right?
Come on, marks of the tiger.
Love handles, fupa, back rows. Like, I see it all. It's all there. It ain't going away.
Okay.
Strong neck.
But so just look some more.
Mm-hmm.
And then
what would you say you're most self-conscious about?
I am most self-conscious about my stomach, definitely.
wow.
Cause this, like, that's why I am self-conscious, and I have love handles now. Like, I didn't used to, and so now looking at my body, it looks so different, and I don't like the new normal. So, but yeah, I'm definitely most self-conscious about my stomach.
Your stomach. What is your favorite body part?
It would have to be the girls because the thighs. They stay thick. Okay. they stay thick. They ain't going nowhere. They jiggle. They make up for the lack of butt back here, you know. And so it kind of just evens me out a little bit. But definitely my thighs.
Your thighs.
I take pride in my thighs. # pride in thighs.
Hey. Look good. Okay. And then what I want you to do is I want you to look. So at the very beginning, I asked, what do you see when you look in the mirror? And you're saying like what you see. And it was like some negatives. So what I want you to do is I want you to really stare and like look, and now I want you to affirm yourself. So whatever that looks like to you, so that's spanking your body, if that's whatever it is, I want you to affirm yourself.
Don't make me cry in this video.
And I want you to go past just your outer body. So
yeah.
thank your outer body, you know, and like start to talk good about the things, and then I want you to go deep.
Why did I pick to go first? Well, first of all, I want to say thank you to my body for supporting me and empowering through having neuropathy since like high school. I don't know how you do it, but we still here and we not in a wheelchair. So amen. I also want to say thank you to my body for changing and forcing me to have a new outlook on things, because bodies will never stay the same. Thank you for making me feel good at times about myself. I appreciate that. What else? Thank you for making me feel free when I don't have clothes on. that is so crazy too, because I feel so much better without clothes than I do with clothes. So when I cover up, my body is like, no ma'am. Like, but when I don't have clothing on, that's when I feel the best about myself. So thank you for affirming the real and making me feel subconscious when I'm not affirming.
When I look in this mirror, I see.
Oh, don't make me cry.
I see gorgeous. I see strength, but I also, not because you hold everything in, but I see strength because of the moments where you had to show weakness, you had to be vulnerable. And in those moments where I see you, like, I feel like you were the strongest. Because I know how much you hate to be vulnerable. I see someone with like a really good heart. I see a banging body. Okay, boo, fire. I see someone with intelligence. You're so freaking smart. You're creative. You're a freaking artist. Shout out to your throat because you can sing. You know, your voice box. You can sing.
Yes.
Your diaphragm. You can sing. I don't know. Can't sing, so I don't know which part it comes from. It works up in theory.
Shout out to my vocal cords.
Right, there you go. That's the fact. It is larynx. Okay.
Larynx. I don't even know how to pronounce it.
Always push that. I think you are so, and I feel like it's so simple, but it's like you're so beautiful. You're very beautiful. I love how comfortable you are with your body, and like, had you not said some things, I would think that you're extremely comfortable because you show this confidence, and you carry yourself very well. A very well young lady. Shout out to your mom for raising you right.
Thank you, Mom.
You know, but you do, like, you're very, like, you have class. And I love you, and you're so sweet.
Why is that like the one? It's the I love you like that. Okay. Hey.
I am Ramira today. So my first question to you is, what do you see when you look in the mirror?
I see half of my body. Okay.
Okay.
Ooh, it was kind of tense in here.
It was.
What do I see? I see, at first glance, I see melanin. Okay, I see undertone reds, skin. Okay, it's marks but clear. You know what I mean? Natural but real. I see my rash that I've had since I was a kid. Never, people think it's my birthmark. It's not. My birthmark is on my back. And then my body wants to see like this double chin.
Mm-hmm.
And then my like no neck, like like this. My arms are like, you know what I mean? Like I'm strong, wide shoulders. I'm a turn.
Okay.
So like the parts of my back rows, my booty or whatever. So that's kind of what I see. I see first.
So what do you see?
I don't know. I see like a young, I feel so look like young. Like I said, a young girl or a young lady that hasn't like grown into herself. That's not as confident as she would like to be. I don't know. It's kind of weird because I honestly, like, the more I look, like, I'm not disliking what I'm seeing right now. And so I think that's kind of throwing me off because naturally,
You're supposed you
give me that's but like sometimes I like depending on the moments, I'd be like, oh, my stomach and my itty bitty boobies and things like that. Where today it's like I'm cool. Yeah, my little love handles, little fupa. But yeah,
Okay.
so that's what I'm seeing.
Okay. So we heard what you saw first. We heard what you saw second. So now, what are you self-conscious about?
Ooh, okay. For sure, like my neck area, like my shoulders, neck area. I think that's what people speak on the most. Probably wouldn't bother me if people don't speak on it. But like, and people stop speaking on it and then they start speaking on it again.
And by speaking on it,
like, you ain't gonna mix that part, or just like because I'm bigger, my face is more round versus. I mean, it's always been round, but it's more and more round because I'm bigger, and so I don't really like that. And then I would have to say my back, honestly, is my least part. Like, yeah, I have a fupa, I have a little tummy. I'm showing my little fupa area. Yeah, let me got a little jiggle. Okay. But I ain't gonna let that kiss on me. But honestly, it's my back. Like, I've always hated. And I've always been like, oh, it's not bad. But these little rows right here, it like, because I can't see it, I can only see if I turn sideways. And so when you're turned sideways, it scrunches it up. So it probably looks worse than what it actually is. It might not even be that bad of a back. But I don't know, I can't see that. So these little rows right here, they don't go in your pants nor my bra or whatever. So it's just kind of there. And then like, if I turn like to the side, it kind of sticks out a little bit. So I don't like that.
Do you not like it? I mean, you said you can't see it. So do you not like it because of what you think other people see, or you just don't like it yourself?
I have like this one little kind of row right here. This isn't really a row. It's more so down here. That gets covered by jeans. My top gets covered. Like, everything can kind of get hidden, but that can't. So if I want to wear like a tighter shirt, it's going to kind of sink through this little robe pocket. You know what I mean? Like, a tighter shirt is going to go sink through. If I want to wear like a crop, I don't know. Like, that back part just, and like I said, I think the feeling of it bothers me more than probably the look of it. Because I've seen it, my back before, but it's really just like me being able to feel that it's there. Yeah, like this fat ain't supposed to be right here. Yeah. And it feels bigger than what it probably is.
All right. Now that we've talked about what you're self-conscious about, what are your favorite body parts?
My lips, my smile. My butt is really my favorite, y'all. Like, that's one of my favorites. Because I really ain't got no booty or nothing like that. You know what I mean? Like, it ain't big enough. You know what I mean? Like, but it's there. It's y'all. Okay, so you know how like people be having like them, they butt cheeks like that. Yeah. So my butt is extremely it's muscle. It's a lot of muscle.
Gina booty, y'all.
It's straight muscle, and sometimes I'm like, oh, I ain't got no booty. But other times I'm like, I really like, okay, I got a little some, depending on, my jeans. My calves popping today? I don't know if they popping, because sometimes my calves be popping. Can y'all see that? So sometimes my calves, the legs.
Ignore the scars. If I get these scars removed, we go to the too.
But everybody with it. But it's a link.
So I think that's my favorite. Now that I'm older, y'all, I used to hate my boobs. I would say my favorite, but I do like my boobs more than when I was a kid. Because as a kid, you know, everybody had the little perky boobs. And I didn't, and I didn't know like it was because y'all was wearing like that kind of bra. Some people just actually had them, and some people actually had the little push-up bra. Well, I didn't have that. My mom, she just gave me this little bra, and it was like a little triangle bra. So my boobs, I hated them, and so
no padding for these.
and like they were just not made. Like they just didn't support you or push you up,
Right.
and so.
Well, they were made for support. They weren't made for like
push up. Yeah. And so, you know, everybody walking around their little big bitties or whatever, just put together. And I just felt such like a slouch because mine didn't. And now the older I get, I don't like my boobs pushed up to my chest. I don't like, I like them put together or whatever, but I'm so comfortable with no bra or like just letting them kind of bang to my knees. You know what I mean? So like my little teardrops, I like them. Like, I don't know.
Shout out to all the payers. Come on,
look. Oh, my body type is apple. So if y'all ain't know, I am an apple body type.
Okay, with the body type.
Jabri, you are beautiful. You're so beautiful. Shout out to y'all here because I didn't say that earlier. Thanks for growing back. Losing my edges, but they hold on. Okay, so just hold on some more. Shout out to the skin. You are chocolate.
Yeah.
I feel like a lot of times chocolates are put down or not noticed as much, and so sometimes you could feel like you're less big, but you're not. You're not less than anyone. You have a great heart. You're extremely funny. And thank you to my body because it's been through the ringer with illnesses and just whatever. I thank you for still working. I thank you for still going. Like, I have not taken care of you like I should. I have not fed you like I should, but I am starting to listen to you more. And so I thank you for not shutting down on me. I love you. I think I don't say that as much. I love you more than others should love you. I don't tell myself that I love myself enough. And I don't tell myself that I'm beautiful enough. So when someone else says it, it's almost like I can't accept it. Or if I accept it, I do things out that I don't want to do to keep receiving that attention. That makes sense.
Right.
So to be able to stand here with my stomach out, arms out, legs out, and just be like, you bad. You look. It freaking I'm shocked. I'm shocked and I want to cry because that little girl needed to hear this and know this, and I wish I knew this before. Sorry. I wish I knew this before now. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, I was just growing up. Not even just knew it, because people said it. I was growing up, I believed it before now. Like, before I turned 24, and at 24, I still struggle with believing that, like, I'm beautiful and I don't have to dress myself up to be beautiful. You know what I mean? Like, even in my raggedness of moments. Yeah. So that's my thing. Yeah.
Y'all, I am about to affirm the mess out of my best friend. Y'all just don't know. So let me first start by saying thank you, God, for the body that stands in front of this mirror, because she is everything. Literally, she literally is everything. Thank you to this body for housing the most beautiful spirit I have ever met in my life. In my life. Thank you to this body for just encasing everything I've ever wanted in a sibling and never had until I met her. Thank you to her skin for just being beautiful all the time. All the time. Every time I see her, she's glowing. And she's glowing because she is like the Most High shines on her so hard, y'all. She can just wake up and he just shining. Like, I be like, dang, okay, Melanie. Like, I love to see it. Thank you to this body for enduring things I never could even imagine enduring, and would probably not have been here if I had lived through it. So thank you to this body and this heart for being strong and never giving up in the face of adversity. Y'all, my best friend is probably one of the most strongest people, once again, I've ever met in my life. And I love her so much. I love this body because of what it shows to other people daily. That you can be beautiful and funny. You can be a teacher to children and help the future while also being the baddest, out here in these streets. Like, thank you to the Most High for this body that my best friend has, this mind that my best friend has, because no matter how ditzy she may be, y'all, she will always give you a word, and it comes straight from the Lord's mouth. And I promise you, I've never seen somebody so strong in Christ. This body is anointed.
Oh,
thank you to the Most High for anointing this body and giving her such a wonderful spirit. Oh my gosh, y'all. I love this body. I love the Most High for placing this body in my life, in my home. You don't know how much peace this home has because the body that is in this mirror right now is here. She is present at every moment. She laughs loud. She does not care about what other people think. She more so is in her own head. And we just want to say once again, thank you to this body for giving me the best friend I could ever have. And my best friend affirmations, and I love you.
I love you. I was like, come in here. Come in. I'm in here. Oh.
Sorry, I was like to cry.
Oh. Can we see what was?
I think we can. Right? Okay, big girls.
We gotta give them what they
Girl, I ain't never seen two pretty best friends.
We are giving.
But they
What
right
supposed
here.
to give, okay?
Peanut butter and chocolate.
We're gonna talk about it in the second part of this video. Everything that you saw here today is love. And it's what love is supposed to be
Hey,
between friends. Catch y'all in the next part.
see y'all later. We're gonna show the food.
Okay.
Positive body image means to me, I think it's finding ways to appreciate what you have or what you lack. I think that's what it I mean, yeah, what someone said it means to me. Being appreciative of what I have.
That's a word.
Yes. That's almost like being, you know how like you in a season and you want, come on, I know. Take it. You're in a season of life, and you're like, I want something better for myself. I want this, and like having to be content, learning ways to be content in that
Where you
season.
are.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, you have goals. Like it's okay to have goals. It's okay. Like it's okay for me to want to lose weight because it's not just about me losing weight. Like I want to be healthier.
Right.
And in order for me to become healthier, I have to lose the weight. It helps. It's going to help. Like, or like change the way I eat, which in turn will lose weight too. Yeah, exercise will in turn will also lose weight or get stronger. So mentally, that's me thinking positive. Like, but I'm also content in my right now. Like I love me now. That way, when I do lose weight, I'm still going to love. Like I'm still the same me.
Right.
You know, I just
Right.
look a little different. So I think a lot of times people don't love themselves in the right now. When they change, is it called body dysmorphia? Is that
Yeah.
it? Where you can't really accept the way you look then because you still see the person you hated.
Yeah.
And so learn to love you right now so that when things start to change and start to shift, that same love still, like you still love yourself in those changes. Your turn.
What I tell you? What I tell you? I said she was gonna provide a word, and she provided a word. Y'all, body positivity to me means exactly what it is. Like you are looking at yourself, and when I think about body, I think about mind, spirit, and soul too, because they're all one thing. So you're looking at your entire temple and thinking the best things about your temple, basically. Like, okay, you know, my temple on the outside may not look how I want it to, which is
Right.
okay. There's things I can do to, you know, to help with that, like she said. But also taking care of your temple on the inside matters to me a lot, as far as like what that would look like. So like prayer, fasting, which is something that definitely needs to happen in my life. So I mean, to me, body positivity is taking care of your entire temple, mental and physical. I have idiopathic neuropathy. And so at the time, it was like my senior year of high school, getting ready to go off to college. Couldn't go off to college, for one, because of that. And for two, if you want to know what it is, Google it, please, because I don't feel like explaining it right now. But for two, I was wheelchair bound for about a semester. It was like 3 months. And I had to, you know, stay with my family. My family had to, you know, help me out. It was a lot during that time. And so I would tell younger me, your body is going to make it through this. Like, you're going to get out of that wheelchair. Like, because at the time I was thinking to myself, this is my life now. Like, like I was out here like hashtag wheelchair babe. Like I was like, I'm gonna be and I mean, to all my people who are in wheelchairs, there's nothing wrong with being in a wheelchair, but there you can attest to it does something to your brain when you weren't in it to begin with. And then have to be in it. And then, you know, you're worried about everybody else and you're not able to participate in things, and it's just it takes a lot out of you. So yeah, I would definitely tell 17-year-old me, the body that you're in, baby, is strong and she's gonna make it through it, okay? Regardless of how you feel in that moment.
That's good. You're okay. Life is not who you are is not just your body. I'll put it that way. You are not just a body. You are not just an image. You are more than your body. Like you're Jabria. Like there's no other Jabria out there like you, with your personality, with who you are, like your brains, your beauty. Like you are unique to who you are, and your diagnosis does not define you. It's not I am Jabria with, or I'm Jabria who has. I'm just Jabria, and that's just another part of you, but that's not your identity. And so
hashtag just me.
Yes.
Oh.
So I have to speak to that one. Break that off your identity, because I don't go around saying I'm Jabria who's a diabetic, or I'm Jabria with 5 fingers. You know what I mean? Like,
Right.
yes, it's a part of me. Yes, I have it. Yes, it's me. But ultimately, I am Jabria, and this is just like a part of me.
Right.
So to that age, love yourself. Know that you still have worth, and that you did not lose. You did not lose the, what's the word? Like you still deserve to be loved.
Right.
I think at that age, I came to agreement, like to the conclusion that I don't deserve to be loved, and that it wouldn't be fair for someone to love me. So I would just say, like, you're still deserving to be loved. You still are, like, you can still have your standards. You're not just a body count. You're not just a number. You're not just your body. So yeah, I think that's my
My
advice.
best friend, stay coming with
That's
the
my
word.
advice.
She don't even gotta drop scripture. She just be dropping word. Like, ugh.
That's the,
I
you
love
just need to know. Yeah, when it comes to like sex, how important is body image?
I think
Put it that way.
And
Like having your own positive one.
having your own, because your partner can love who you are. They can love everything about you. But baby, if you don't love it, you're not gonna be comfortable. And being mentally uncomfortable in that type of setting is not safe, because you'll make decisions that you don't want to make with people you probably don't want to make it with.
Mm-hmm.
and that's also a huge issue in today's society. We do things simply because we want to make other people comfortable. I feel like you definitely need to, if you haven't had sex yet, evaluate your body image, evaluate your temple first. Feel good about yourself. Don't do it for anybody else. Don't agree to anything if you're not comfortable. I mean, I can only speak on me personally. As y'all heard earlier, I am most comfortable when I am naked, but there's something about being naked in front of another person that's just like, like, oh no, like I have surgery scars. I have, a lot of things that I don't think other people should have seen. And so now I'm going back as an adult and just like looking back and thinking like, I definitely was uncomfortable in a few situations. And I put myself in that setting simply because I thought, if this person is comfortable with me, then I should be comfortable with myself. Like, don't think that way, because it's not a healthy way to think. But yeah, so sex and body image they go hand in hand with comfortability. So you definitely have to make sure you're great with yourself first before you make any decision on anybody else, no matter what they tell you.
That's good. That's good. Ditto. Like, okay. I'm gonna find my own question. As for me, I think it's very important to have a positive body image about yourself, because paired with, I can only really speak on me and Hyperbolas. I used to be an attention seeker, right? Mm-hmm. So growing up, not getting that attention from like another guy or like from a male, whatever, not really having that same attention. So then once you finally get that attention, and because I wasn't confident about myself and like the way I look, things like that, it's like, now that I got the attention, it's like, okay, how do I keep that attention? You know what I mean? And so if they're like, oh, I like your butt, or I like this, and now you're just kind of like, okay, let me show more of this, let me do this. Like, you start to kind of do things and evaluate the way you look based on what they say. Or if someone you mentioned is like, dang, I can't really like think of what I'm trying to say, but I know for me, it was very difficult having these situations or going into like sex with whatever, because I was self-conscious on the way I looked. Mm-hmm. So it's like, they would be like, oh, you're pretty, or I like this about you. But because I didn't physically see that, mm-hmm. it was always like, I didn't believe them, you know? And so it's like, oh, I'll do these things, not really believing if it's true, but still wanting that attention.
Right.
And yeah, I have these thoughts in my head, but I can't get them out. So it's very important that you are secure in yourself and you love yourself and know that you don't need anyone to tell you. It should be when someone's like, you're beautiful, one, we're not going to be rude and be like, I know, but your mind should be, I know this, but thank you. Yeah, like, thanks, I know. Or if a guy's like, man, like, you are gorgeous, it shouldn't be come as a surprise, like, oh my goodness, that was gorgeous. It should be like a statement of like, your dress is red. Like him saying you are gorgeous should be the same thing as saying, hey, your shoes are blue.
Right. It's a fact.
Should be the same.
Not an opinion.
Right. Like I'm not going to be rude and I say thank you. Say thank you. But I think that also hurts because when you don't love yourself, you can't accept the compliment.
Yeah.
So I know I just want to mention this question because there are people who they won't turn the lights on when they have sex. Like it has to be dark because you're scared of like, oh, I got rolls, I have stretch marks, I have a big belly, I have thighs. And it's like, baby, if he grown enough to get in the cooter, he grown enough for these rolls, these stretch marks, and these fupa.
That's actually facts.
You know what I mean?
That's facts.
A little bit. But I mean, truthfully, like if you're gonna do this and take this step and sex is a trust thing, just be comfortable with yourself and
before making that decision with somebody else.
Right. Turn them lights on. Okay. Turn them lights on. Because what you're not about to do, turn them lights on. Turn them lights on. Like, turn them lights on. Because, like, you need to be.
So what you saying is?
Turn them lights on is what I'm saying. Walk around like you own the place. Like, that's your body. Like, you shouldn't walk around being ashamed of especially in this situation. Like, sex is so vulnerable. Like, that's one of the most vulnerable things that you can do is have sex with them. And so, if you are so afraid of how you look on the outside,
you shouldn't be sharing your inside.
You shouldn't. You should not be sharing yourself with someone if you can't even share the outside. You know what I mean? Like, I don't know. So, like I said, that's why.
Speak, friend. Probably bits and pieces of this missing. But if you would like to have this conversation with us one-on-one, our DMs are always open.
Always open. We would love to go live and have this conversation with more people.
We probably will today.
Today is the day we filmed it, but not the day we posted
Yeah.
it. I was like,
Sorry.
Yes. Sorry for that.
I always
You're waiting. But yeah, so this was our last episode of September. That was September census. I know it just kind of ended, but technical difficulty. So we're just going to go ahead and end it right there.
Yeah.
Okay.
We love you guys.
Love you guys so much. Thanks for jamming with us for September. October, we got some fire things coming up. So get ready. If you haven't seen episode 1, how we got here, or episode 2, which is the Sugar Daddy, please go back and watch them. We'll link it description or somewhere up here. I don't know. Follow us on our Instagrams.
It's in the description box because it's difficult. I'm difficult.
Yeah, everything's in the description. Everything's in the description. We're not gonna say that.
Okay, but we love y'all. Keep on jamming.
TSG.